Okay, let's set a scene. You've just done something great. I mean, maybe you finally bought that car you've been saving for, booked a dream vacation, or even just got a cool new gadget you've worked really hard to get. You're feeling awesome, you're proud, and you want to share that excitement with a friend.
But then, something weird happens. Instead of them celebrating with you, the whole vibe of the conversation just shifts. And you walk away from sharing your good news feeling kind of deflated, maybe a little defensive, or even guilty. Yeah, if any of that sounds familiar, you are definitely not alone.
And it usually starts with a simple, almost innocent-sounding question, just like this one. Now, on the surface, it sounds like they're just curious, right? But underneath all that, there is often something completely different going on. And today, we're going to unpack what's really happening there.
So, let's get right into it. Why does a question that seems so simple, a question just about money, feel so, well, uncomfortable? The answer is pretty straightforward. It's almost never just about the money.
Here's the thing. The question isn't really an invitation for you to share your brilliant financial strategies. No, it's more of a subtle way for the other person to pass judgment on your choices, on your success, and honestly on your right to even enjoy it. It totally shifts the focus from your happiness to your bank account.
Believe it or not, this kind of behavior actually has a name. And just knowing what to call it is a huge first step in taking its power away. It's called a financial interrogation. And that's exactly what it is, a tactic. It's a really passive-aggressive way for someone to show you how they really feel about your success without actually having to say it out loud. That simple curiosity is just a disguise.
This is where it gets really interesting, because we're basically translating the subtext. When someone asks, "How did you afford that?" what they're often really saying is, "Your success is making me feel bad about myself." And when you hear something like, "Wow, that must have cost a fortune," the hidden message can be even harsher, like they think you're being reckless, or that you just flat out don't deserve it.
Okay, so if it's not genuine curiosity, what is actually driving this whole line of questioning? What's the real motive here?
And this is the absolute bottom line. It's very rarely about them being concerned for your financial health. Nope. The root cause, almost every single time, is just plain old jealousy. Your success is like a mirror, and it's reflecting back their own insecurities or what they see as their own failures. And that discomfort they feel, it comes out as one of these probing, judgmental questions.
So we know the motive now, but what is the person actually trying to accomplish with this interrogation? What's the end game for them?
The playbook here is actually pretty simple when you break it down. First, they feel that pang of jealousy. That feeling then fuels the financial interrogation. And that question, it is specifically designed to knock you off your feet, to make you feel a little bit guilty or defensive, and in the process, it completely ignores all the hard work, the saving, the sacrifices you made to get there.
And that's the whole point, right there. The goal of the interrogator is to take your moment of genuine pride and twist it into a moment where you feel like you have to explain yourself, or even apologize for being successful. They're basically trying to steal your joy.
All right, so the big question is, how can you spot one of these financial interrogations happening in real time? Let's go over some of the biggest red flags to watch out for. So here's what to look for. First, pay attention to their questions. Are they all about the price tag and not about how happy you are or the experience itself? Next, listen to their tone. Does it sound genuinely curious, or does it feel more like an accusation? And this is a big one. Check in with yourself. How do you feel? If you instantly feel this urge to defend your purchase, that's a huge sign. And finally, if the whole conversation just glosses over the effort it took you to get there, you're probably in the middle of a financial interrogation.
And here's the real key to protecting your own peace of mind. You don't have to play their game. You don't have to feel guilty. As soon as you recognize that their question isn't really about you, it's about their jealousy, you can see it for what it is. That awareness is your shield. It lets you deflect that guilt they're trying to put on you and hold on to your own well-deserved pride.
So think about it. The next time you share some great news and someone hits you with that, "So how did you afford that?" you're not just going to hear the words anymore. You'll understand the whole mechanism behind them. You'll know the question isn't about your finances at all. It's a reflection of their feelings. And knowing that, well, that changes everything.